What's going on, nation? As you know, we're going to be participating in the AIDS Life Cycle event. It's a 6 or 7 day bike ride. I might do it in 6. We don't know yet. It's a 7-day bike ride from San Francisco to LA. But I need a bike. So I'm here at Buchika's in Salem, New Hampshire. I'm going to be fitted to a Cannondale Synapse. And John is going to help us with this process because I know nothing about bikes besides the pedals go this way.
Well, they can really hook you up with a beautiful bike. The Synapse carbon fiber bike too. So it's going to be real comfortable and really light, and it's a great machine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. So should I just jump right on?
Yeah, we'll have you hop up here, and we're going to start you off riding the bike with some standard toe strap and clip arrangement pedals. So your first foray into cycling is not with clipless, not just yet. So you're just going to have to get your foot into the toe clip there. Get your trainers in there. So you're all right. And then you can just pedal the bike. Pedal, pedal,
I
pedal.
haven't ridden a bike in like 6 years.
Well, it's like,
The right one
we had
feels
a
little...
toe strap malfunction here. It's better than a wardrobe malfunction. So we'll just adjust this here.
So these have to break in a little bit. I noticed my left foot's a little in further than my right
Yeah,
foot.
these we just put these on. The toe clip is kind of has to break in a little bit, but we're gonna get you in some bike shoes and before your big ride here. So I can tell already that your saddle height's too low because there's too much bend here to your knee. So we're gonna do a pin through move here. You don't have to bother getting off the bike. We're just going to raise up your seat post here. And make some adjustments here.
7 days on this bike. We need to be pretty comfortable with each other.
Well, that's our goal here, is to get this bike and you really well fitted and well mated together here. I'll take an educated guess, but we won't guess. We're going to measure in a little bit here. Of course, everything on a bike is metric. This is a 4mm Allen. So if you do have to make a saddle height change, that's what you'd need. All right, why don't you have a seat there? Yeah, just keep pedaling. And now as you're pedaling the bike, I might as well even show you a little something about your shifting.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So your right hand, these are your shifters. They're built into the brake levers. And your right hand is going to control the rear derailleur. So just go ahead and pedal her. And move this little small lever inward. Give it a good hard push.
Oh, wow.
That shifts you down to a harder gear in the back. That controls your rear derailleur. So the smaller the cog, the harder the pedaling. If it gets to a point where you're pedaling up a really big hill and you want the pedaling to be easier, with your hand you'd push both levers simultaneously, both the brake lever, yep. That shifts you the other direction. That shifts you up to an easier gear.
I had no idea these bikes did that.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
And what does the left side do?
Well, that you just moved up to the big chain ring. The big chain ring is where you're going to ride going down hills, or you got a tailwind behind you, or you feel like you want to catch up to Lance Armstrong, okay?
I would pass Lance Armstrong.
So now, if you're in the big chain ring, okay, you can move back to the small chain ring. You have 2 gear ranges, a high range and a low range.
That is so cool.
But what we're going to do here is we're just going to try to set your saddle height. Keep pedaling around a little bit. And we're going to have you stop when this leg is all the way right about here. That's at what we call dead pedal low. Okay. Then we're going to take a measurement here of your knee. The optimal amount of knee bend is about 30 degrees of knee flexion. Now you only have 20 degrees, but I'm going to measure twice and only cut once, so don't worry. So you can pedal away here again, and just kind of hold your foot how you would normally hold it in a pedal stroke here, which looks like you're holding it fairly flat. I'm going to go to that spot one more time here, and take another measurement to see what we have this time. So we use this goniometer, which is just a Yeah, that's more like it. I thought it looked like about 30 degrees, and you have 30 degrees of seat height here.
Perfect.
So
That's good.
Yeah. So next thing I'm going to have you keep pelling around again. Next thing we're going to do is judge your saddle fore-aft position. So would you mind just holding that crank on just parallel with the floor? Up a hair more. You're right there. You're going to drop the plumb bob from the front of your kneecap. This should hit right at the end of the crank arm. And right here, you're a little bit forward. Your leg's like a big lever. We want to use it in the most efficient way.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so from the end of your kneecap, this plumb bob should hit at the end of the crank arm, and it's not. So what do we need to do? We just need to slide the seat forward a little bit.
Wow, there's a lot more to this than I thought.
Yes. A good bike fit does take a little bit, but it's well worth it in the end. And you'll be a lot more comfortable on that big ride.
We're definitely going to have to get some of those padded shorts. That's going to be a must.
Yes, your butt will thank you for that.
So where's that electric motor go?
They accused one of the bike racers last year for having a hidden electric motor on his racing bike, because he did this race in Europe so fast everybody thought he had a motor in there. Fabio Cancellara, yeah. They accused him of having a hidden little motor, micro motor on his bike.
Like, that would even make a difference?
Might help a little bit. So yeah, pedal away again here.
That actually feels a lot better.
Okay, we're going to drop that plumb line again when you hold that crank out parallel with the floor. And then, after you've ridden the bike a few times, we're going to hook you up with some pedals and shoes, and then we'll have to fine tune it again when you get the bike shoes. Okay, yeah, that's about right where it should be. So now that we know that we have you approximately set up correctly here, now we kind of look out to here and this reach. You're going to spend a lot of time out there.
Yeah, I was told more here than here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to use those drops when you're going down a hill and you're trying to get your chest out of the wind, or you're trying to, go a little faster.
For the most part, I'm going to stay up here.
Mm-hmm. How does that reach feel? Does it feel pretty natural? Do you feel like you're able to manipulate the shifter well?
Yeah, the reach feels pretty good. And I have the option to kind of push if I want to, too. I like that.
Yeah. Well, you obviously have good flexibility, so you can, if you wanted to, you can even lower the stem. The way on a modern racing bicycle, how this is done, is you have all these spacers underneath here. You have like 5 carbon fiber spacers, and if you wanted to, 1 spacer, 2 or 3 or whatever, could be moved to the top, and that's how this gets lowered. Okay?
Oh, cool.
So if you felt as though that you wanted to be a little lower on the bike, which is a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit faster, and you're certainly flexible enough to handle that, we can move that down a little bit. Some people, when they're not used to a bike, they want to set up a little bit for the first few rides, knowing they could easily move it later if they wanted to.
Kind of like it like this right now.
Yeah.
To get used to it first. Look, it's been a while.
Yeah. But as you reach out to here and you can break it, you feel comfortable there.
Yep.
Now, if you were to look down at the very center of the front wheel, the hub, can you see the hub, or does your handlebar kind of block out the view of the hub?
The handlebar blocks it.
That is an old school thing we used to do, and it actually still works pretty well. You're in a good kind of generalized fit right here. But at Buchika's, we guarantee the fit. So if you were to ride it and we needed to put a slightly longer one on, we have all these different length stems that we could switch it over to. You would know you'd need a longer stem if when you ride the bike you find yourself kind of constantly pushing yourself back on the saddle.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
No, it looks like this was a match made in heaven here, at least.
I like it.
Yeah.
So is there anything else we have to do to get on this thing, or is the next step just to ride it out on the street?
Well,
I ran here because you guys know that the bike's never going to fit in Jane, so I ran here, got my backpack, and we pedaling this bad boy home.
No, we can go over a little bit of shifting, but overall this is a very good fit for you on this bike. It's the right size frame, and yes, the reach looks really close. So I would at this point ride it because of it's very hard to tell a centimeter here or there. But if you need to, after you've ridden it, we'll be happy to make the switch for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, John. I guess the next thing is helmet and bike shorts, and what
Yep.
other fun things we need to look at?
Yeah, well, you need a helmet, that's for sure.
Well, as John said, ass and head.
Yes. Oh, that's actually a really good fit right there. This is a Bell helmet. This is a Bell Array, which is a...
Helmets are cool.
Yes, and you're dead a long time, so I highly recommend you wearing a helmet.
I got my shorts on too, and they're actually very comfortable. It's the first pair of shorts that really show off the quads, you know, it's good stuff.
Okay, and then in the back of this helmet, there's a little wheel that we can turn, and when you turn that, it kind of snugs it up on your
Oh,
head.
that's cool.
Yep.
Man, if they made helmets like this when I was a kid, I would have wore one.
And see, you passed the wheel test because when we move the helmet up and down, your forehead moves right along with it. So that's actually a really nice fit. That helmet actually fits the shape of your noggin well.
How tight should this be?
Well, don't wimp out here. I know you're a tough guy, so you can wear this a little bit tougher, tighter than this. And you should have it pretty snug because this is really what's anchoring it down on your head. I mean, you can easily have like a finger in there, but, and yeah, you still got a good fit. But I wouldn't wear it any much looser than that. Is that choking you there?
No, that feels actually really comfortable. I've never had a helmet that fit comfortable before.
Yeah. So it
great.
feels good?
Yeah, it feels really cool.
Great.
Do I look like a biker? What about Dave? Dave's the camera guy. He's one of the
Oh,
owners
yeah.
of Buchika's.
Yeah.
You
Look
look,
like a biker?
you look ready to go now.
Yep.
Oh, I'm excited. This is cool. So now we're actually going to go over to a bike simulator, and they're going to put me through a course so I can kind of see how it feels to go uphill, downhill, shift gears, and all that fun stuff. So let's go check it out. What city am I in right now?
You're in Italy.
So I'm in Italy, and I'm pedaling, and now I can shift gears, right?
Yep.
Alright, go. Down to a lower gear. So now obviously this bike isn't calibrated to me like the other one is, but this is going to give me a rough idea of what it's going to feel like pedaling along, and I got a little screen in front of me showing me where I am. Do I steer too, or does it steer for me?
No, it'll steer for you.
But I can pretend I'm steering, right?
You can. Yep.
Oh man, this is already burning my quads. I thought this was just going to be an easy thing, you know? Just pedaling a bike.
No, we got to get you into shape for your ride.
Is it recommended to stand up and pedal?
Yeah, depending on where you're doing and what you're going, but for the most part, your ride is going to be seated.
I'm going up a hill right now. It's a pretty tough hill. I have my bike shorts on too, and it makes a world of a difference, I'll tell you that right now. Oh man. This burns your quads like crazy. Whoa. Oh, I thought I was in the easiest gear. I was in a hard gear. You didn't tell me.
You didn't ask.
Oh, this is much
There you
easier
go.
now. So, I'm going uphill. I want to be in the small crane, the small gear in the front.
Yep.
Woo!
This is the view that Scott's seeing right now as he's riding.
Yeah, it's all uphill. You guys give me like the hardest one. I heard San Francisco's all downhill. We should go on that one. So when professional bike racers, they just ride every day
Yes. Yep.
uphill with like sandbags in their back. Oh, man. Well, there we go. Looks like I got some work to do. Alright guys, so now it's time for me to pedal my butt home and get started with this training. So I want to thank you Buchikas for hooking me up with this sweet Cannondale bike. It's super light. Whenever you get tired, you can do like shoulder presses and bench presses and stuff with it. So that's what I'll be doing. See you guys later.